God is using Hope Channel to change lives all over New Zealand. Mihi is one of those people. Mihi's story begins in a very difficult place.
I was diagnosed as a schizophrenic, and I ended up leaving my Christian background because of becoming mentally unwell.
After her discharge from a mental health facility, Mihi was watching a lot of television.
I was watching programs that were just making me feel even worse until I turned on the Christian channel, and I just felt more relieved. And when I found Hope Channel and I was watching different sermons, and one sermon that actually stood out for me was a sermon that was on Jesus 101. Then watching different testimonies on the Hope Channel with different people, and I'm like, these are real people, you know, these are people that have been through life situations and able to give their testimony about what they'd actually been through, and it was helping me. But it wasn't until I sent away for a free offer, and I was and the free offer was Desire of Ages. And when I read that, I kind of cried, and I humbled myself, because I said, Lord, I'm so sorry. I thought I knew you, but I didn't know you at all, and I'm so sorry, Lord. When I read it, I made my family get the free offer as well, because I said, you got to read this, you guys. You got to read this, because I'm telling you, we don't know the Lord at all. And when you read the Desire of Ages, it's going to cause you to love the Lord even more.
Mihi called the number advertised on Hope Channel and was connected with Pastor Mike. Pastor Mike arranged for Mihi to begin Bible studies with his wife Laurie. Mihi still had questions about the mental illness that had struck her, but during Bible studies with Laurie, she found an answer.
When I first became mentally ill, I was with the Lord. You know, I was in a Christian background. I couldn't understand why I was going through that if I was with the Lord.
In their Bible study, Mihi and Laurie studied the book of Job.
That's when I realised that the Lord was saying to me in regards to my mental illness, it had nothing to do with you. It was between me and Satan. And I was at peace with that. It was, you know, it was like a whole burden just lifted off me with my mental illness, you know. It was like the Lord was building me up slowly. And wasn't until I actually had Bible study before I actually went to church again. And it wasn't until Laurie built me up through the Lord to start going back to church.
Mihi was baptised by Pastor Mike on 3rd of June 2017.
I'm very thankful for the Hope Channel, because I wouldn't be here where I am. I wouldn't have even been in my church family without watching the sermons and the prophecies and the health programs, the health principles. I'm very thankful for the Hope Channel, and watching the Hope Channel and going to my church family, that I can finally prepare. I'm finally preparing for the second coming of Christ.
Mihi was so happy to learn all of these things that it wasn't enough to keep them inside, so she started sharing what she had learned with others.
Because I used to say to Laurie, I can't go out there. They all know I'm sick around this area, you know. They're not going to listen to me. And then when me and Laurie did the study on the woman at the well, just knowing her background, you know, like, oh, I get it, Lord, I get it now.
Mihi realised that the miracle the Lord had done in her life would inspire the people who knew her.
What we've been taught, we are now taking it out there to show the love of Christ that we've been shown, that unconditional love. So my family, I can see the Lord working on their hearts. Their hearts are softening because that, not only that, because they're seeing a new me as well. I've changed. With my church family and with the Hope Channel and with my Bible studies, I feel a lot better, and I know that I've still got a long way to go, because there's healing is a layer at a time, and I just take one day at a time, because the Lord tells us to do that. Just take one day at a time and let tomorrow worry about itself. I can only see good things happening, even if bad things come along, because I've been through a lot of bad. I know that the Lord will be right beside me.
God is using Hope Channel to change lives all over New Zealand. To help provide the essential support necessary to keep Hope Channel on the air, please visit hopechannel.com.